Hello, we are live. It is Direct Mail Monday, June 3rd, 2019. Steve Sipress here, and I had a whole pile of all kinds of stuff in the mail. I just got back from hosting my 3 times a year All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind for my clients and some very special guests. And I said, let's grab the mail from hanging out for 5 days in the mailbox. And this one piece caught my attention. I said, you know what? Forget everything else we're going to talk about today. Let's get into this one piece, this blue envelope that arrived. And before I forget, we're about to dive into our usual topic for Direct Mail Monday, which is, of course, direct mail. And I get questions and requests for help all the time. So before I forget, if you want help with your direct mail so you can stop throwing your money away and get a much better return, that's what I do for my clients and in my own businesses. You head right over to helpfromsteve.com. It's where you pick a day and time in my calendar and get one-on-one help from me. So I'll help you make money. And you might want to send me your piece in advance to maximize your time on the phone, because we don't get all day there. I've got lots of people requesting. Anyway, let's get right to it. So here is the front of the envelope. First of all, some of the good things about it. So it is not regular size like a number 10 envelope, which would be this size, right? So it stands out right away by being a little bigger, also stands out by the color. So there's 2 things. Use it off size, use a different color than white, and those 2 things help you get attention, help you stand out among anyone's pile of mail. Then to make it not look like junk mail, which is the definition non-marketers use for mail they don't like from people they don't know. One thing that helps is you put a live stamp on. So there's a live, forever, actual stamp, not an indicia, just to show you. I'll just peel it off a little bit, and there you see that's an actual live stamp on there. Then you have what's known as a what I call a kind of a blind return address. Has an address but no name of a company. So maybe it came from a person. Now, not likely, because you're making a couple of mistakes here that it doesn't look like it could have come from a person because it's all typed out. And people don't type out and put onto something that looks like a return address label. And they don't put all this fancy printing, especially not with this barcode and this, bulk mail indicia there, auto 5-digit, blah, blah, blah. So, a little mixed message here. The size of the envelope makes it look like some could be personal. Actually, where is it? I received a card in the mail today, and so here's what a card looks like from somebody. It's off size, similar to this size, but it's all handwritten there and has the live stamps and all. So you see handwriting and live stamps. This, it's like halfway in, halfway out, which either go all the way or don't go at all, if you ask me. So the stake here, the good things are the colored envelope and the off size and the live stamp. But then once you have all this fancy printed stuff on here, clearly it's business mail. So might as well have not done the live stamp and might as well not done the, the big blue envelope still helps have it stick out from the pile. Have me go, hey, what's that all about? Oh, it's something about business. So special invitation worth $125, RSVP by June 7th. So good things there. And if anyone's here, you can chime in. I've noticed lately that I'm getting more people, more views on my daily live videos than ever before since over the past it's been 10 days since I've been recording these from my business page, facebook.com/smallbizhelp, as opposed to my personal page, facebook.com/Steve Sipress. So I'm getting a lot more engagement, means a lot more people Facebook is showing it to after I'm done. But I'm getting less people live because people still haven't kicked into the fact that this is where I'm recording them live. So I'll just assume there are not going to be responses here, but so I'll just answer it for you, and we'll call it a day at that. So one thing they're using here is urgency. June 7th, only 4 days from now. And it might have arrived, like I said, 4 or 5 days before I left to host my All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind event, but still only about 10 days max. So between 3 to 10 days to respond to this thing creates emergency. Oh, I better open it right away, and then I'm in a frame of mind of what's this all about, because I got to make a quick decision and respond right away. And if you're like me, you like people that know what they want and can make a quick decision, and you're not in the mood to deal with people that have to hem and haw over everything, especially when it's something incredibly insignificant, like to attend something or not. Like if you wake up and you know, man, if something like this comes along, I want to attend it. Then you open this up and you go, wow, it's on a topic I'm interested in. Boom, quick decision. So you can mail it this close to the event when it's a local event. So I'm going to assume this is not asking me to get on a plane and fly anywhere in the country, and absolutely not to fly out of the country where you have all kinds of, you're going to need a lot more lead time for people to book international flights and possibly need to get or renew passports and all that kind of stuff. So, but I also think it's not going to be any kind of flying thing, or even, driving 6 hours from where I am here to Southern California, San Diego, LA, or Las Vegas. All those are about a 6 hour drive, but still, to ask me to do that with a week's notice is a little much. Although, I have to say, I had a number of people that flew or drove 6 hours or more to attend the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind, including some people that had a week or so notice. So maybe that's out the window if it's a strong enough draw to an event. Now that event, the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind, there are routinely 6 and 7 figure contacts that are made, and deals are consummated for 6 figures like they're water. So of course, people on the spur of the notice from hours away and fly in. But let's see, I'm just guessing this is not as fantastic an opportunity. Probably an opportunity, an invitation to some kind of lunch and learn, wine and dine you, and have a presentation and get some information. But likely not an offer of, hey, I'm going to put $1 million in your bank account. So special invitation worth $125. That gets me to open it up. Let's see what it's all about. I'm going to use my handy dandy official Rhino letter opener. There we go. So let's open it up with the old Rhino. Boom, look at that. The Rhino slices right through it like he's using his horn, even though he's using the, whatever that thing is he's standing on, the letter opener. Okay, and we open up, and what do we got? We got join us at our special hearing health event in Mesa, a town just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, to the east, what's known as the East Valley. Enjoy your conversations with those you love. So join us at a special hearing health event in Mesa, and on the back we have don't miss out, or it could be the front, right? You want to put stuff on both sides. Don't miss out. So they're using a fear of loss, right? Don't miss out. On your free, they're using the most powerful word in all of advertising and marketing, free, although don't miss out on your free evaluation, but then they've got an asterisk which tips you off that there's going to be a weasel clause, which means it's free, but now we're going to weasel out of that offer by telling you all kinds of reasons why you might not get it. So, oops, but let's see. Hopefully it's kind of soft weasel clause, like you gonna be hearing problem or something. But now I'm gonna open this up. Actually, it's just learned a lesson there. It's a good involvement device, it's called, because I gotta know what that asterisk is all about. So guess what? I opened it up just to see, and it's a nice full color on some nice 80, maybe 100-pound glossy paper, so it gives a nice feel to it. Right away, that's at least consciously triggering in my mind, this is some kind of a quality event. If you're going to invite people to your seminar and you're going to put it on cheap paper, at least subconsciously, people are feeling like they're not going to treat me like I'm a king or queen when I go there, because they're already cheapening out just on the introduction. And then they're using what's known as variable printing. Make sure your printer can do variable printing, because you put Dear Marilyn. This is my mom's name, as you saw on here, Marilyn Sipress. She passed away a little over 4 years ago now, but as the administrator of the state, I had all the mail forwarded to me, and I'm still getting mail sent to me from a mailing list of people that would be appropriate at that age. My mom was 83. She'd be 86 now. She was almost 83 when she passed away. But anyway, this offer code, whatever, that appears to me disingenuous. I'm guessing that's printed on every single one of these. Or, well, it's got a local number, which is smart. I was going to say maybe it had a national number, and they're letting, when I call, they're letting the operator know where I'm calling from with that 619, which of course is, unless they've changed or added them or taken it away, I believe that's San Diego area code 619. So San Diego, Phoenix, whatever. And then we've got a couple of things down here. Special offer. Oh, what the heck? Now they're selling me something to get some kind of hearing aid for $8.95, and here, buy one 50% off. You gotta love that offer. Who would get just one hearing aid? Well, maybe people do. See, I don't know anything about it because these are not hearing aids. These are headphones, a headset. There's a speaker and headphones on here. So I don't know anything about, although I worked with hearing aid clients years ago. But the buy one, get one 50% off. My mom had hearing aids. Probably watching on all these lists. She had two of them. Come on now. So buy one, get one 50% off. Of course you're buying two. That's like saying pair of pants. Buy one leg, get the other one half off. Come on now, I got to buy a pair of shoes. Buy one, get the other one half off. Well, it doesn't make sense. We're selling something that everyone buys that pair. But anyway, then there's all kinds of, it's a hearing health event. Oh, and the free hearing evaluation, asterisk again, is worth $125. Got it. Because I went into a doctor's office and the doctor was incredibly stupid. He or she would make me pay $125 to get a hearing evaluation. Pretty dumb, right? When I'm going to buy $1,000 or $2,000 worth of hearing aids and then constantly need them adjusted and buy batteries and probably get some other stuff done or refer somebody, and who knows, like, why would you charge me for that evaluation? You're a pretty dumb business person. So, of course, you give it out free, but you do put the value on it as if somebody else who's not a smarter marketer, is 99% of doctors and all business people, they might charge you for that. And here is the weasel clause, which I can't read. I'm guessing even if I put on my glasses, see, I need the vision seminar. I might still not be able to read it, but I've learned a little trick here on my Direct Mail Monday Facebook Live videos. If I hold it up to the camera, it's also a magnifying glass. Check that out. So there's the asterisk. Our hearing test and video otoscopic inspection are always free. Hearing test, well, there you go. They're always free because they're smart. And hopefully you learn from this. That's what is known as an irresistible offer. Hopefully you don't charge for if you're a plumber, you don't charge for a service call. If you're any kind of a contractor at all, heating and air or roofing, or you don't charge for an estimate. You have free estimates. Hopefully if you're in a bakery and someone says, man, all these cookies, I don't know what to buy, you don't say, well, pay me 10 cents and I'll give you a sample of this one. You give a free sample. You can see here, that's the strategy of my daily Facebook Live videos. This is a free sample of how I can help people with direct mail. So you see me every single Monday for the past over 2 years doing critiques of hundreds and hundreds of direct mail pieces. Maybe you get the idea, if you want to make money and you're a business owner, that, hey, obviously Steve can help me too. And by the way, before I forget, that means you go over to helpfromsteve.com. That's the URL I've set up. It just makes it easy. You get to choose a day and time that works for you on my personal calendar, and availability, pending availability. You get on the phone with me one-on-one. People don't believe it. Is this really Steve? Yeah, it's me. It's not an assistant. It's not someone on my staff. It's actually me, and I'll give you some help as much as I can give it a short phone call. I'll give you all I can. And so what's the rest of the weasel clause there? It's always free. Hearing test is an audiometric test to determine proper amplification needs only. They are not medical exams or diagnoses, nor are they intended to replace a physician's care, so this is likely not from a physician. There you go. If you suspect a medical problem, please seek treatment from your doctor. So that's the weasel clause. It's free, but it's not from a doctor. So if this is any kind of medical advice, it's from Nadia Benavides, board certified hearing instrument specialist. Okay, so there you go. So we've got the letter, and oh, look at this. Not only they've got the free hearing evaluation, but if I buy the Miracle Ear, I have a 3-year warranty. I have 100% satisfaction guarantee. Both have asterisks, so weasel clause back down at the bottom. 30-day risk-free trial, another weasel clause, asterisk, and discounts for civil servants and military personnel. We just smart enough not to put an asterisk on that one, even though, of course, that has weasel clause language attached to it too. So there you go. And these are perforated. Very smart. Another involvement device. They almost beg to be torn right off. Just perforated and then perforated in the middle. So 2 separate offers. Although, of course, hopefully you are as smart as these people would have to be. Is it perforated there? Yeah. That if, no, it's not perforated. It just looks like it, but it is perforated on the bottom. That if I went to your office and said, hey, I got that mailer with the buy one, get one 50% off, and they would say, well, do you have your little perforated thing? Oh, I forgot it. Hopefully the Nadia is not dumb enough for anyone to stand to say, oh, well, then forget it. You lost it, or you don't have it, you lose. Now you have to pay full price or go home and get it, or any of that nonsense. So it's just an involvement device. It's not going to be, I'm sure, if they have any intelligence at all. And since the mail is half decent, they have some intelligence, they're not going to be silly and say, where's that little perforated coupon there? You better have it. Now they have another insert here, which just says all the same stuff again. Call that number, schedule your evaluation, our commitment. Look how many times they're using the most powerful word in advertising and marketing. Free, 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 free. Boom. Unfortunately, another mistake, and then they repeat the limited space. So now they have the urgency that you must call by, and there it is, even on the little coupon. Offer expires June 7th. So there's the urgency, and now here's what is known as scarcity. That, where is it? There it is, space is limited. That's scarcity. There's a limited number, scarcity, limited time, urgency. So 2 reasons to act quickly and not just sit there hemming and hawing and thinking about it. Call to action. And that's the call to action. So strong call to action. Silly website in all letters. That's silly. Make it capital M-E-N-M so I can read it, remember it. The dash make it a little tougher too. I gave out my website for attendees. We're at the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind, and I announced and launched, of course, the next one. They happen 3 times a year. The next one's in 4 months in September. And somebody was like, well, what's the URL for that? And I gave it to them as a dash. This one was stevesipress.com/May-2019. And they were like, oh, the dash, ooh, and this for my clients only has some extra dashes in there. And they were like, ooh, dash, 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 like, avoid the dashes if you can, even when they're my clients. Because usually, of course, you're going to have them on a card like this, you're going to email them, but once people toss the card aside, you want them to remember your website. And so Miracle Ear, whatever, have that capital and make it as easy to read and remember as you can. Okay, so a few mistakes on here, a few things to give you some help. A lot of good stuff too. You can tell this is a franchisee or someone who is running a chain, because the chain is promoting itself, most of all, right there at the top, Miracle Ear. So whether or not this thing works for you to get anyone to show up at your place, we're really promoting us. Although another whoppingly big mistake, and you might have caught it when I first picked it up. Holy moly, you kidding me? An entire blank side? You had nothing at all to say? A lot of room. You're paying for the piece of paper. Might as well put some ink on it. At least put some testimonials, some happy people, or a bio, or about Nadia, why she's so great. Or best of all would be testimonials about why the free hearing evaluation was so great. not necessarily the hearing aids themselves, because even though they are selling the hearing aids here, they could do one step at a time, which I suggest you do when you do marketing for events. Is the sole purpose of the piece is to get people to the event, not to do all this, here's the price and the guarantee if you buy the item. It's just why the event's so great, and then the testimonials to be, man, that free evaluation is fantastic. I learned so much about my ears and how to take care of them and how to not lose any more of my hearing, about why it runs my family. I learned so much about it, and it was easy, and it was painless, and it was quick, and they booked me in quickly, and they treated me. You could talk all about the great experience of the free hearing evaluation and help me to decide I want to show up for the free hearing evaluation. Instead, what you're doing is telegraphing that all that really is one big whopping sales call, that I'm not really getting much value out of the evaluation. I'm just going to immediately be sold the hearing aid. So something's good about this, whole bunch of stuff bad, needs a lot of help. If you're out there in the audience and you're seeing this, of course, of all people, you want to go to help. I suggest you want to go to helpfromsteve.com and get some help from me, because I could probably 5 or 10 times your results from that mail with just a few simple tweaks to it. Sid is here. Thanks for the like, and thanks for being here. And I'm not seeing if other people are here live. I don't see any questions, comments, concerns. That'll do it for Direct Mail Monday. As always, head on over to helpfromsteve.com if you're serious making money with direct mail, especially if you're using it now. You're saying, Steve, I don't think direct mail works, so I'm losing money with it, or I tried it recently and it didn't work, or I tried it, blah, 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 blah. Then you really ought to go to helpfromsteve.com and get there before my calendar fills up and get some help from me. And that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday. And Sid says, thank you, you're welcome. And thanks for the comment there. And I will be back tomorrow. It's going to be Topical Tuesday, which means I pull something out of the news or what's happening or time of the day or a holiday or something topical people are thinking about, and I will share some business lessons based on that. I hope you'll join me then, and that'll do it for today. Thanks everyone watching live and on the replay. I'll be back tomorrow. Over and out. Bye-bye.